Okay, for Peony Passion, new design at CrochetKim.com. The multiple is 6, so any multiple of 6 will do, and then you add 5 at the end. For this swatch, I have done a multiple of 6, 12, plus 5, making 17. Now the first row is just single crochet, so you're just going to skip one, skip that first one, and then single crochet in each remaining. Now for the pattern, I have chained out 167 for a full size throw, and then you're just going to single crochet to the end. Very simple. I've chained 17, so I will have 16 single crochet. Okay, I've reached the end of the single crochet row. As you can see, it's just single crochet. I'm going to chain 2 to turn. Now I'm going to be doing a crossed double. You skip the first one always because you're chain 2. But now I'm going to do the crossed double across these 2. So you skip this one as well. This one is just because of the stitch already on top. This is where the cross double. So you're going to actually skip 2, but not anywhere else. Just keep that in mind. You're skipping this one, and then you're skipping for the cross double. So for the cross double, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double in the next one. Now, cross doubles, I know of 3 different ways to make cross doubles. I can work in the front of the stitch and do this cross in the front of the stitch and make my double crochet. Okay, I can do it that way. I've also seen a cross doing the stitch over the actual stitch. You see how it worked? It's literally inside the stitch now. Do the cross double like that, okay? Now, the way that I did the cross double for this design is working into the back. Instead of working into the front here, I worked into the back, and that means just slipping back behind it, working behind the previous double. You see, the reason why I did that is because the front of my design is very smooth, and I wanted all of the back stitches to have the texture. So it turned out much smoother when I worked it in the back. So let me do that again. What you do is you skip one, then go into the next. All right, and now you're going to work behind it. It's not difficult. It just seems a little different. But again, it produced a much smoother look, which is what I was going for with this design. I wanted it smooth on the front. So skip one, then double, and then go into the back and work into that back one. And it does seem a little strange at first, but it really does. It's very simple. It's very simple. You just take some practice and go into the back. And then you're going to do that all the way across to the last stitch. Okay, as you can see here, I've made cross doubles to the last stitch, and now I am going to work my last double crochet into the last stitch, and then I'm going to chain 1 to turn. And this row is again just a single crochet row, so you're going to end up with the same number of single crochets that you had in the beginning. Stitch into the first one, single crochet, and then stitch into each stitch across. 3, 4, and you see you're just going to stitch into each stitch across, including the chain 2 at the beginning you're going to count that as a stitch. Now I do like to chain 2 up on my double crochet rows because it gets a little pooch on it if I do a chain 3 the way I was taught. So I just do a chain 2, but it still counts as a stitch. If you make your chains very tight, you may still want to do 3 chains here, but try it out with the 2 chains to see how it works first. And see, here is the chain 2 up that I did. I'm just going to do a single crochet in it, just like I did before. Let me get some yarn. All right, now this one is a chain 3. All right, now you see, I don't know if you can tell, but the front is just smoother than the back, and I wanted that look. That was the look I was after. Now, this one is a chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a puff stitch here in the very first stitch. So you pull up a loop, that's 3, yarn over, pull up a loop, that's 5, yarn over, pull up a loop, and that's 7 loops on your hook, and pull through all 7. See? It helps if you hold your hook down. All right, let's try again. Chain 1, skip 2, double crochet in the next. Now chain 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the same one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now that's 7. Yarn over, pull through all 7. Okay, let's keep going. Chain 1, skip 2, double crochet in the next one, chain 2. Now the puff stitch, yarn over in the same one, yarn over, yarn over, and that's 7 total. Pull through all 7. Now you see how I turn my hook so it's facing down. If I tried to get it through here, it would snag. Sometimes that last one can be tricky. Just hold on to it and go right through. Chain 1. We're going to do one more here. 1, 2, and then double. Chain 2. And then puff in the same one as that double. And then you're going to continue this until you get to the last 3 stitches. All right, I'm at the last 3 stitches. Chain 1. Now skip 2, double crochet in the last, and you're ready to turn. Chain 1. We're going to do another single crochet row. Now that's what this stitch pattern is. It's single crochet, crossed, single crochet, and then the puff stitch shell. Single crochet, cross, single crochet, puff stitch shell. Now to do single crochet across this one, single crochet in the first double, and then single crochet again in the first double. So there's 2 in that stitch. Then there's 3 in each chain 2 space. Each one of these spaces, we're going to put 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. All the way across. In each chain 2 space, you put 3. Now in the last one, remember we did 2 in the front here. Now in this one, also 2. I'm just going to work right into that space. I'm not going to try to hit a chain there. I'm just going to work into the space. Alright, so there we have our single crochet, and this will be the same number as always. So single crochet, then the cross, single crochet, and then the puff stitch shell thing, and then a single crochet. All right, so that's the repeat, and this is the front. The front is the row 2. It's all the even numbers. I don't know if you can see this. You'll probably be able to see it on the actual project photos, but this is just a smoother, and because this was so smooth, I just wanted the cross doubles to be smooth like this. If you prefer to do your cross doubles a different way, please feel free to do that. I've shown you 2 different ways to do it, but that's just what I preferred because it gave a nice smooth finish to the front. Peony Passion at CrochetKim.com.